As a conservative Christian, I strongly support traditional social values, but as an Australian nationalist, I also believe in Australia and Australians first. I believe in low taxes and personal responsibility, in the virtues of hard work and thrift, of reward for effort, of the freedom to do and say what you think. I also believe in the right of people to raise their kids in accordance with their own values, without a bunch of nanny state meddlers and cultural Marxists trying to re-engineer them. To understand fully what has happened to our country, I believe that we must look to the work of the Italian Marxist Antonio Gramsci. Gramsci's insight was to see revolution in culture rather than economic. The Marxist state, Gramsci argued, could be achieved by gradual cultural revolution, subverting society via a long march through the institutions. The tactics of latter-day Gramsci-inspired radicals were to disguise degeneracy as liberation and tyranny as compassion. Free speech could be eliminated by appeal to not offending or saying things which were hurtful. This, of course, subtly creates a subjective test for which all criticism of cultural Marxist agenda can be silenced. It is my understanding that Gramsci himself coined the term political correctness. I believe that ordinary working people have the right to expect a fair day's pay for a fair day's work, to keep what they have worked for, to get ahead and have a decent life, and to be able to provide for themselves in old age, and to have enough to help their kids and have even a better life themselves. I believe that the priority for government expenditure is not obligation-free handouts, but nation building. 50 years ago, Australia was a cohesive, predominantly Anglo-Celtic nation. Most people thought of themselves as Christians. Prior to the rise of the Whitlam and the Labor Party, there was a broad consensus between the Liberal and Labor parties of the kind of society we were and what we should be in future. In the 1960s, both Liberal and Labor parties reflected a common framework of Judeo-Christian values. Supporting the family as a basic unit of society, both supported the principle that marriage was a union between a man and a woman, and both parties recognised the sanctity of the lives of the unborn. Australia's greatest conservative, Sir Robert Menzies himself said, "I don't want to see reproduced in Australia the kind of problem they have in South Africa or America, or increasingly in Great Britain. I think a European-based immigration program has been a very good policy. Only by following the example of true nation-building leaders like Ben Chifley, Bob Menzies, John Curtin and Joe can we hope to provide for the security and prosperity of generations to come."